Welcome to Sunshine Art and Drawing. Today we're going to be doing this 4D diamond painting. It's a little bit like cross stitch, but you use these tiny little plastic beads and you stick them to a sticky cross stitch backing. Let's just make sure that we have everything included in our kit. Make sure that the little glue stick thing works. I recommend with these that you cut the backing piece into sections. It just makes it easier to work from, and you can stick the little piece back when you've put it to the side. This whole design took me about 12 hours to do, so do sort of understand when you do these, it might take you a little bit of time. I also like to sit there and sort of pre-sort all these little beads. I don't really have a better name than beads for these. They're just little sort of plastic pieces, and make sure that I have all the colours and also sort them into the little bags. I found when I was doing this set that I was supposed to get 5 packs of the little black beads and I only received 2. So you will see me kind of mix a bunch of colours together just to make enough of a dark kind of blue-black just to get that section done. Really, it didn't really matter in the end because I had enough dark colours from a previous one that I did. It was fine. I am sorting each one of these into their little bags and then popping the little symbol on the front of the bag with a Sharpie. This makes it so much easier when you're doing this so that you don't have to keep referring to the sheet. You can just pick up the bag with the corresponding little symbol on it and stick them straight down. I totally recommend this. Is probably the easiest way to do it. The 2 times that I've done these, I have noticed that you don't get enough of those little bags. So you might need to sort of grab a couple extra, or if you've got a few tiny Ziplocs, just like little snack ones, those would probably be fine. Just enough to be able to sort them. It seems like from set to set they do use similar symbols. If you do find that you've run out of little bags and you're not using the rest of them, you can kind of swap a bag over from another set. Like this one didn't have enough. I was about 2 or 3 bags short on those little sort of Ziplocs. I recommend doing this on a piece of paper. I just use a little instruction guide just in case they fall on the table. It's much easier to pick them up with a little piece of paper and then sort of funnel them back into the bag than trying to pick them up off of a table. This sort of thing can be a little bit messy, so it might be something that you'll want to sort of make sure you've got a space for. Maybe pop it on top of like a large book or something so it's easy to move everything, because it can get a little bit messy, especially if you've set yourself up like on the dining room table or something and then people want to eat. It's difficult to move all of this. I'm just reusing a couple of the bags I had from a previous design that I did and filling them up, especially with the ones where you get a lot. Like there was a couple of ones where I got 5 or 7 little bags of the beads. Having a bigger Ziploc bag is quite handy for that. I found a couple that I just got with some eBay purchases and they worked fine as the Ziplocs. And this little part does take a little bit of time, but you'll thank yourself later when you go to do it that you've done all this sorting to start off. Otherwise you spend forever trying to figure out which one goes with what. And if you sort of layer them together and then pop them all back in your little bag so they don't get messed up, clear up all this plastic waste so you get a nice clean surface to start with, and then you want to pull out your design. And let's get started. I'm going to show you this first part nice and close up, so I'll bring this right up to the camera and focus it in and show you quite close up. I'm sorry if it's sped up, but it does take a really long time. And just gently shaking and tapping will help those little pieces sort of fall into the little grooves there in the plastic tray, and that helps you be able to pick them up the right way around. And you can use the included tweezers just to shift them around a little bit, make sure that they sit nice and flat. But if you don't have them perfectly aligned, it's not a big deal. And you can use the other end of the little stamping tool to grab between 4 to 6 of the little dots at a time to do a large section. But I kind of like the mindlessness of just picking up one at a time and doing it that way. And I was showing that you can use the tweezers, or you can use this little sticky tool, or you can use the sort of line tool to do larger sections. Either way works quite well. And I'm going to pop some music on and show you this. The entire process took 12 hours. I've sped it up to about 32 times that, and it's still a 20-minute video. I kind of understand that like you probably don't want to sit here and watch 12 hours straight of this. Might be an interesting thing for a live stream though. And all you do is you just keep putting these in and matching your little symbols up and sticking them down. And I will pop back at the end just to let you know how this turned out and give you a bit of a close-up, make sure it's nice and focused so that you can have a look at the finished product, see the sort of way these little diamond pieces catch the light. That's probably the best part, is they're a little bit faceted like little sort of rhinestone jewels, so they catch the light from all different angles and it looks really pretty, especially if you hang them up on the wall. You can have a lovely sort of decoration. Catch up with me at the end of the video and I will see you there.
dark? Are you scared? You know, I am you.
To the wind, I'll take a chance and let you in. Just take my hand and take me home tonight. We defeat all impossibilities. Yeah, you and me. We'll take our hearts and run free into the wild. Into the wild. like cold, cold ice beneath the ground. All done by my own hand. I allow my feelings to become sand. If you're gonna cut me down, better do it quickly now. Now you can cut me down, but I won't stay for long. I'll grow back again. Oh yeah, my roots are strong. My roots are strong. Say the word, say the word. Say the word, goodbye. Say the word and we can run around the earth and around the sun. Say the word and we can stay together, not that better place. And I know you're healing, 'cause I know the feeling. The streets stop breathing. I don't wanna let you. Say the word, say the word. I give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and
Thanks so much for popping back. I want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers and anyone who's new on my channel. I seem to be getting new subscribers every day, and I want to say huge welcome to you guys. You're like little rays of sunshine in my day. Here I'm just focusing the camera as best I can. My camera doesn't have very good focus on this design. I think it's the little glints of light, so I have to manually focus it. I'm going to be picking it up and just showing you how it glints in the light. So it's on like a piece of fabric so that it's a bit flexible, and it is quite flexible once they're all stuck down, but as you can see it catches the light and it's really pretty. I'd recommend these. They're not expensive. My sister bought these as a Christmas gift, but I found them on Wish for $5 to $10 and on Amazon and on Aliexpress. So they're pretty common and pretty easy to get, and you do get all the tools and everything you need. But I hope you enjoy this one. Thanks so much for watching. Have a sunshiny day.